you ever get the feeling that you just don't belong? When you try to get it all right, but end up getting it all right. Do you ever get the feeling that you just don't belong? When you try to get it all right, but you end up getting it all wrong. You say it's the same shit, just a different year. So press a change and hit a different gear. You're better than your situation. So much better than your situation. Don't stop trying. Don't stop fighting. When the world takes you down, come back with a vengeance. This is a new day, nothing can stop this. You feel bad, pick yourself up off the floor. It's time to crawl out, time to go all out. This is the time to earn something more. Don't stop trying. Don't stop fighting. When the world takes you down, come back with a vengeance. Don't give up. Don't you quit. You can do this. Come back with a vengeance. Don't give up. Don't you quit. You can do this. Come back with a vengeance. Don't stop trying. Don't stop fighting. When the world takes you down, come back with a vengeance. Don't stop trying. Don't stop fighting. When the world takes you down, come back with a vengeance. Don't give up. Don't you quit. You can do it. Come back with a vengeance. Come back with a vengeance. Come back with a vengeance.
Are we live? I believe we are. I believe we are. What is up, chat? We are freaking alive. It is yet another Tuesday. We are here, as always. Seemingly Tuesday is the go-to day. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate everybody stopping by. Got Mason in here counting us down. Appreciate you, Mason. We got S. Page Rays in here. We got one of our channel members in Checkmate in here as well. We got Blake the Snake. How you doing today? I'm doing good, man. Hit the gym. We do have it's on character. We had to get the Dunkin' coffee. No donuts today. We're keeping it light, but we got the coffee. It's a good day. It could be better if it was not freezing outside in April, but you know, this is the last hump. Hopefully next month will be nice and hot. We got Bad Dog 20 in here. What's going on? Awesome Bros Inc. What is up? What's up, Noah? How's your day been so far? Out of 10? I mean, I can't give it a 10 out of 10 because you can always have a better day, right? I mean, but it's been going good. Nothing's going wrong. You know, positivity. It's been a good day. I woke up, you know, God willing. I mean, a solid 8. Solid 8, I'd say, you know. Gotta give it a solid 8. Elliot, another one of our channel members. What is up? Appreciate you stopping by. on Universe, I got to do Tuesday Night Raw. That's cool. That's cool. Mixing it up a little bit is Mason. I need to turn this fan off. That's what I need to do. It was getting hot in here, so I put this fan on, but now it's kind of getting cold, so I'm going to turn the fan off. You know what I need to do? You know what I need to do is, get rid of this bag. You think I just got, like, trash sitting back there. It's not. I said this before. It's just a bunch of clothes that don't fit me anymore that I've been meaning to donate for, like, 4 months, but I forget it's back there, and I never go donate it. I should probably do that so there's not a trash bag sitting in the background of all my live streams, but we've made it this far, so, you know, we ball. What do you got? Next SmackDown is this Thursday. That is correct. Universe Mode continues, episode 8 on Thursday. Still need to put a couple finishing touches on it. A little bit behind. Not in a bad way. It'll be on time on Thursday, but I was out of town for 2 days this past week, Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday I was just completely beat and didn't work on anything all day. So I'm a little bit behind. But not that matters for you guys. So I'm the one who's got to work on it. But Universe Mode will be out on Thursday as always. I almost clicked on Universe Mode by accident. Would have been giving you a spoiler. Maybe not, but whatever. Told you GM Mode is addictive. Hey man, back in the day, GM Mode was my go-to on SmackDown vs. Raw. Where do you go? Where did we have? Oh, because I was out of town. I was like, did something happen to the stream? What do you mean where I went? Oh, I was in Atlantic City for a family thing, but it was good times, good time, but I was beat. Now it's kind of getting warm in here, man. It's cold outside. It's kind of warm in here. Fuck it. If we sweat, we sweat. I don't know. Maybe I should have kept the fan on. It's the coffee. It's the coffee, and we're wearing sleeves today. We never wear sleeves on stream. Just because I'm always hot. I don't know why. I don't know. Daryl, what is going on? What's up? I was about to talk about Checkmate's thing. He said, told you GM mode is addictive. Dude, back in the day, SmackDown vs. Raw GM mode, that was my go-to, man. That's what I played. You know, even past freaking 06, 07, and 08 when the GM mode was in the game, dude, we'd be, I'll turn the camera off in a second. We're just chatting. We just got here. We could chat for a couple more minutes before we start playing MyGM. But, you know, don't get me wrong. I would get the SmackDown vs. Raw games every year. I would get the new WWE game every year. But at some point, I always went back to those games and played GM mode. Dude, I literally, during, what was it, after Survivor Series, in Universe Mode this past November, I told you guys, I was like, listen, I'm burnt out, which I was in an extent. And I was like, I need a week or two off. Dude, you know what I did in that week or two? Sat at the edge of my bed and hooked up my PlayStation 2 and played SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 GM mode. Like every night for like 2 weeks, swear to God. That was just a couple months ago. So you see how recent I went back and played. Do any of your family members watch the Universe Mode? I don't think like intently, but they all, you know what I do. My brother probably watches the most here and there, just like, you know, stops by just to see what's going on, you know, but they all know what I do. You know, my parents hear me in here commentating all the time. They're not home right now, but, you know, they hear me in here like, oh my God, Rhea Bloody Ripley, blah, 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 because I'm, you know, I gotta project, and, you know, they know it's putting money in my pocket, so they ain't gonna complain, you know what I mean? Surprised you didn't get with my GM stream tradition and go with the tank top. You know, it is basically a tradition at this point. I got like 12 of those things. That's why I could just wear them all the time. I did have one on earlier. Then I went to the gym and then got home, took a shower, and I was like, I don't know, it's kind of cold. I'll put sleeves on today. And now I'm sitting here and I'm like, it's kind of hot in here. But I ain't changing now. What's up, Jack? Stopping by. Appreciate you. As always. My Raw champ is Gunther. My NXT champ is Santos Escobar. My SmackDown champ is CM Punk. It's a badass lineup. Santos Escobar, underrated favorite of mine. And just got a little coffee on my shirt. Well, that's what I get for wearing a shirt today and not a tank top. All right. Where's the other webcam? Here we go. Let's put the mini John on. All right, where did we leave off? We finished season 2 in the last stream. Then we did the draft, and then we did week 1. We had The Rock randomly for 1 week, so him and Jey Uso, I think, won the tag titles, but we only had Rock for a week, so we still have no tag champs, and we also don't have an NXT champion. So here's the roster. Rhea Ripley, our women's champion. Sheamus, our North American champion. Obviously, the future Hall of Fame tandem of Zoe Stark and Scarlett, our tag team champions. Finn Balor, Jey Uso, Ivy Nile, Jade Cargill, Dragon Lee, Karrion Kross, who is going to wrestle his first match on live television next Monday night against his Universe Mode rival, AJ Styles. I think somebody's been watching the Universe Mode from Creative. What's the first time this guy's wrestling on real life TV since like November? Thank the Lord. Tegan Knox, Axiom, Razor, Nathan Frazier, Akam, Tatum Paxley, Kalani Jordan, Shotzi, Sean Spears, Bronson Reed. Hell of a roster here. Hell of a roster. So, yeah, we'll get into this momentarily. See some more peeps in the chat. My Rise is so lackluster. Dude, I'm My Rise, my career, never been a fan, dude. I did the one stream on My Rise, and an hour and a half in, I was like, this isn't for me. Once I had to also make another character, some random, like, oh, you can make yourself, and then you gotta make a woman later. It's like, I don't want to make somebody else. I don't know. I'm just not into it, you know. I bring back Road to WrestleMania, bring back a season mode. And I don't care how they can get so wacky with those storylines, because they used to at times. Dude, there's literally, I think it's like SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, 2010, something like that. There's a backstage segment in one of the Road to WrestleMania season, I think it was Road to WrestleMania at that point, where The Undertaker literally strikes down lightning upon Paul Bearer and he disappears. I don't care how wacky you get with the Road to WrestleMania season mode stuff, but bring that back, because my rise, my career sucks. It sucks. And I'll die on that hill. Obafemi is my Intercontinental Champion of MyGM. Badass. What's going on, Art? Thank you for stopping by. I missed story modes where we played as the roster from in-game with voiceovers. Yeah, man. I'd much rather play with the real-life WWE roster any day of the week, twice on Sunday, with opposed to creative guys. I wonder why they bench Karrion for so long. I don't know, man. I think it was just, Final Testament really didn't work out. I don't know what the hell they're doing with the Wyatt Six. They moved them to SmackDown, so it was kind of like Karrion Kross's only story went up in smoke. Then they just had him doing backstage segments, which was, hey, at least he was on television, right? But now he's finally going to wrestle next week. And hopefully, now that we're about to get through WrestleMania, hopefully post-WrestleMania, we can kick off something for Karrion Kross full-time. Instead of him just, being the devil on everybody's shoulder, which is great. He plays the role well. Incredible talker. Character, Karrion Kross is hitting it on all cylinders, if you ask me. But I would just like, him to actually have something sustainable. And as Bad Dog just said, evidently his contract is up soon. I would like to see him stay in WWE, because I think he's just made for the WWE. I just think so. I don't know why we can't tap into some of that NXT energy. He was the man down there. Loved Karrion Kross. Got an eyelash or something here. But yeah, hopefully after WrestleMania we can get that guy going in the right direction, because if he signs a new contract and it's just more of the same, I'm gonna feel pretty bad for the guy. I mean, listen, if he's happy, he's happy. So, who are we to say? But I don't know. Somebody somewhere secretly watches the channel. I know, dude. Karrion Kross versus AJ Styles of all matches next week. Well, we just ran that at Universe Mode WrestleMania. Yeet versus Finn for the world title. We might. We're gonna get in the book in this show in a second here. Team Cody or Team Cena? Dude, I don't know who's gonna win that match, man. It is a freaking toss-up. I could see Cena winning. I could see Cody winning. I don't know. I'm pumped for it, though. I assume we're probably going to get the last of its build. I'm sure Cody will be on SmackDown, but then maybe one of them will be on Raw next week. I don't know, man. They've had 3 awesome promos back to back to back. Obviously, nothing on Raw last night. But I'm looking forward to it, man. Cody and Cena is very unpredictable, in my opinion. I'm putting off my GM after seeing how frequently injuries happen. Dude, it's absolutely ridiculous. The last time Kross wrestled, he pinned Uncle Howdy. That's a big win, then nothing. Yeah, dude, I mean, Final Testament versus Wyatt Six, ended in November? And then Wyatt Six got traded to SmackDown after being like gone for like a month and a half, and it was like, all right, they disappeared for a little bit, but they're moving them to SmackDown. Clearly, they're moving them to SmackDown for a reason, or at least you'd think. And then we still have not seen them for 6 months at this point. And then Karrion Kross, like I think again, probably a little bit, Final Testament fell apart. They weren't sure what to do with the Wyatts. I don't know. I like Karrion Kross, and I'm hoping for big things after WrestleMania. 1 second here. I totally forgot when Backlash for your Universe mode is. What do you mean? Sunday night, April the 27th. Do I need to put the slideshow, the freaking starting soon back on the screen? I'll do it. Motherfucker. Whatever, it's not gonna work right now. April 27th. Mark your calendar, baby. Mark your calendar. Alright, let's freaking book something, dude. Let's book something. Alright, so we need an NXT champion. I have no recollection what we did outside of Rock and Jay winning the tag team titles just to lose them on last week's show. So we're gonna pretend like nothing happened. So Jay, we'll go Finn. Why is Finn's default picture? And same with Jay. Why is their alternate attires default? I didn't set up those as like default attires. I hate that their pictures are like that. You know what? Custom renders, the real life renders. Fuck them. Bring back in-game renders full time. That's just me. Sheamus evidently kicked off a feud with Finn Balor for the North American Championship. So you know what, Finn? Sorry, you're losing your spot in this matchup. Karrion Kross. Shawn Spears. And Bronson Reed. We said we were going to give Bronson Reed a push this season, so we're going to do that. Giovanni! What is going on? Alright, we're going to crown a world champion. Let's go Sheamus and Finn. For the North American Championship, we will go Rhea. And do we give Rhea a feud? Last episode? We started, so we had Zoe Stark and Scarlett versus Ivy and Tegan. Evidently, we kicked that off. It's saying Shotzi and Kalani Jordan are good matchups there. Could you sign Tongaloa and make him the NXT champion? I don't know about that. Some say Rock still has Jay Soul. Some say. And he took it with him. Left NXT high and dry. Bunch of crap, am I right? Who should be Rhea's rival here? Jade? Shotzi? Kalani? Hell, it could even be Tatum Paxley, even though she's far down here on the list. Well, not too far behind Kalani. Pick one of these four. Cargill, Shotzi, Jordan, or Paxley. Who's getting Rhea for the belt? Who's getting Rhea for the championship? I got Cena because I want number 17, even though Cena said he wants Charlotte to break her father's record. Well, ain't nobody want to see Charlotte break her father's record. You want to talk about just irrelevancy, and I mean no disrespect to Charlotte herself and her wrestling career, but her title reign specifically gotta be the most forgettable title reigns of all time. She's had, 14 or 15 title reigns? Can't, outside of, the first one, I think she held that one from, SummerSlam or Night of Champions 2015 to, post-Wrestle, I don't even know, but 2000, that was a lengthy one. I don't remember any of her other title reigns. Talk about super forgetful. Nonetheless, Kalani Jordan, Turner heel, Awesome Bros says Jade, Jack says Shotzi, Rhea Hogan. Get out of here, that Rhea Hogan stuff, man. That narrative is so tiring on social media. How dare WWE push the most popular woman? Got to be around 14, 15. Yeah, a bunch of crap are Charlotte Flair's title reigns. I mean, no disrespect to her herself. I think she's a great talent, great wrestler. I'm looking forward to her and Tiffany at WrestleMania. I think it's going to be great. But, her title reigns, Alright. I don't think I can remember any of the other reigns. I mean, Absolutely just nonsense here. Alright, let's go Shotzi. And then we'll book, I believe we need to book tag team champions here, so we're gonna pick up on the feud that I think we started last season. We'll do that. We'll do a tag team call out here to keep that feud going. Dragon Lee promo. Advertising promo with old Jade Cargill. And that will fill oh wait, what was our commissioner goal? 1 Falls Count Anywhere match this week. Alright, that'll be Sheamus and Finn. And Jay wants to wrestle in front of his hometown crowd, which he is. Alright. Week 2 of 25 of NXT Season 3. Three things that happen in life. Death, taxes, and Charlotte Flair winning titles. Brother, talk about a disappointing reign for Tiffany Stratton if Charlotte Flair wins at WrestleMania. If Charlotte Flair wants to get a positive feather in her cap, Tiffany Stratton wins at WrestleMania. And then the feud ends there, and Charlotte moves on to something else to make sure she doesn't win a title anytime soon. I swear that her first 10 reigns were in her first 3 years. Bro, it was ridiculous, dude. Vince had such a hard-on for Flair. Ridiculous. Off topic. What's up, G Lee. Sorry about that. Off topic. I just found your page. Are you from Philly? He's from Jersey. Yes, I'm from Jersey. I could hear it. I figured, yeah. Yeah. Got a little Jersey in me, little Jersey. Little Jersey. Alright. Oh, man, there's Sean, dude. Just as we were about to start simulating, Sean Hughes dropping the old super. What is happening, brother? Hope you are good. And all is well with everyone in the chat. Sean, thank you as always, man, for the extra support. It goes a long way. I appreciate you as always stopping by, dropping the bombs. Very much appreciate it. Some W's for Sean in the chat. Alright. Authors of Pain versus Fraxium for the NXT Tag Team Championships. The winners, vacant titles by the way. Fraxium, 1.5 star disappointing matchup. Man, these guys, the feud's growing, but the matches absolutely suck ass. Tag team feud keeps going. Rhea versus Shotzi for the Women's Championship. Will there be an upset here? Will there be a new champion? There will not. Rhea Ripley retains the title. 3.5 star, great matchup. Alright. Shotzi showing up and showing out. Dragon Lee, little promo there. We got a Falls Count Anywhere match. Commissioner goal will be accomplished. Sheamus and Finn Balor, the Fighting Irish, for the North American Championship. Finn Balor takes the gold. 4.5 star classic. Growing the rivalry between him and Sheamus. It's all the week so far. Hopefully this main event can pull some weight here. At least if we can get like a 4 star, which, I don't know, might be pushing it a little bit, but that would be pretty sick. We got Jay, Cross, Spears, and Reed for the vacant NXT Championship. Who's it going to be? It is going to be main event Jey Uso. Shawn Spears, Bronson Reed rivalry kicks off, and we have a 3 star good matchup. Alright, I'll take it. I'll take it. I was born and raised in Philly. Oh, sick. Anyone tag you for Isla Dawn? What do you mean? Of course, Rio. Oh my goodness. 2 Irish people fighting for the North American title, as you know, that's how it goes. No, I chose this stream over TNA Lockdown 2011. Is that streaming on their YouTube channel right now? It's freaking 2011. What was on that show? I think I watched that show live on pay-per-view. That's when I was still watching TNA pretty frequently back in the day. What was that? Sting, RVD, and Mr. Anderson, I think, for the world title. I think it was Fortune versus Immortal and Lethal Lockdown. And then I don't remember the rest of the show, but I'm pretty sure those were the main events. Poor finale. Is what it is. I think AJ Styles returned from after being out for a couple months and joined Fortune. I think that is what I recall from that show. Lockdown 2011. although I think the hate is a little overdone, I don't think she's only pushed because of her last name. It's mostly because she's just that good. I think Charlotte's good too. As a matter of fact, when she won the Royal Rumble a couple months ago, I was bummed for the reason, not that she won, but because of the narrative that was clearly going to follow. I remember I posted on Twitter the night she won the Rumble, no problem she won. I was already thinking her and Stratton and Mania was the way to go, so sweet, that pretty much locked it in. I got a fucking eyelash or something in here. But, I was like, man, I wish she almost didn't win the Rumble because you knew immediately that the reaction to it was gonna suck. I was like, oh, I wish she would have just came back and like won the Chamber or something because everyone was just gonna dog on the fact that she won the Rumble and oh, Charlotte wins, LOL, you know, one of those. And I was like, like I want the match at Mania. I just wish they didn't do her the disservice of, you know, winning the Rumble in my opinion, but it is what it is. iPad died, but I'm back. WS page race, W's. Did you guys see Braun Breaker's spear last night? Oh, dude, that was freaking epic, dude. I popped huge. Look at this freaking line. Look at this lineup of champions. You know we're getting into a deep season here. Season 3. As Pat McAfee is the WWE champion over on SmackDown. And the late, great Scott Hall is the World Heavyweight Champion on Monday Night Raw. That's GM mode for you. That is GM mode for you. This man got a super memory. I don't know. It just with wrestling. Just with wrestling. Anything else, it's not. Maybe not that good. Right hand man Jay might do some crazy stuff to that ring general. Bro, I'm pumped for that match, man. I said it back. Same thing. I said it back the night of the Rumble and that week when everyone was dogging on Jay winning the Rumble. I was like, yo, you guys are really sleeping. You think Gunther is going to go into WrestleMania and have a bad match with anybody? And you think Jay's just going to shit the bed against Gunther at WrestleMania? Like, people were dogging all over it. I was like, hell no, that match is going to cook. And then the build is picked up, man. That's going to be a good one. What do we got here? We just brought a new physical trainer on staff, and he's worked with a ton of major sports brand. Cutting edge stuff. We can loan him to your brand to help train some of your superstars. Yeah, I'm going to pass. Karrion Kross. I feel like things have been moving in the wrong direction for me. I'm not enjoying being the guy the crowd boos every week. Karrion Kross wants to be a babyface. Whatever. I'll take it. Promise Rezar a rematch against Jay within 2 weeks. We'll have to do that this week. I don't even remember doing that. But I think Jay and Rock beat the AOP, so there's that. Braun's spear to Roman was better. I mean, that was definitely, Braun's spear to Roman, Braun's spear to Carlito, Braun's spear, to I show speed. There's one, obviously he's done the run around the ring spear plenty of times, but there's one that was like super crazy that I'm forgetting about. Braun Breaker, absolutely love him. You know how fast you gotta run to do a flip on that spear? Bro, I don't even know if he meant to do that flip. I think he just caught so much momentum. He was like, oh fuck, here we go. Which makes it even crazier. What do we got here? Select an opposing brand next week. 5 superstars on their roster will permanently lose 1 promo skill. SmackDown's in the lead right now. Yo, you know what I forgot to mention? What's up, Freddie? Thank you for stopping by. You know what I forgot to mention? Zachary Green as well. Thank you for stopping by. I forgot to mention. Let me pull it up here. So give me a moment. I tweeted the other day during after SmackDown, whenever it was, because obviously WWE put up Rey Fenix merchandise, and this is obviously a complete long shot here. But that's why I did it, because I was like, if we actually do this, that'd be sick. I tweeted, I said 10 new channel members on my next live stream, and I'll buy this Rey Fenix mask and wear it for a whole stream. See you Tuesday. There's the proof. There's the tweet right there. So, 10 new channel members is a long shot, but I did the math, and it would take 10 new channel members to basically just pay for the mask. It's like $75, something like that, so it's not like it's anything crazy. But I'll do it. So if we get 10 new channel members in this stream, I'll buy that mask and we'll wear it for an entire stream. But, that was just a long shot and I forgot to mention it, so had to throw it in there. And we got a lot of power cards here. What do we got? Can only be used on superstars with 60 popularity or less. Let's give this boost to... let's give it to Bronson Reed. We'll start a little feud with him and Shawn Spears, so... Selected opposing brand next week. Can't use that on anybody. Use this veto on Raw. We're just absolutely annihilating these clowns this week. Set the match quality boost to maximize, to maximum, for any matches with female superstars this week. Confirm. We'll try to book like 2 female matches this week then. And we also need to give Jay a rematch against the AOP. Do not put Rhea Ripley in a match this week. We are going to go against those rules. We're going to go against those rules. Rhea, our most popular superstar, will run it back with Shotzi. And we'll just do a normal matchup here, so I don't want Rhea to get hurt. We will run a tag team tables matchup for the tag team championships. We'll do another... Wish I could do a freaking 6-man tag or something, but... Preaching to the choir, who's Jay's partner going to be for this one-off here? I think Dragon Lee's the only one who's not in a feud. It's such a random card, but fuck it. Such a random card. And then we'll go Reed versus Spears. In a freaking tables matchup. Sheamus will call out Finn. We'll have... AOP is already booked, my bad. Advertising promo from Jade. Who's not booked? Cross will do a promo. Alright. Solid show in old Louisville. Old Louisville. Alright, what do we got here? Chat's buzzing over here. I gotta play catch up. I swear Scarlett would be the only woman to dethrone Rhea. Bro, if Scarlett and Zoe are still tag team champions by the time season 3 comes to an end, I don't even know. Like, that's gonna be insane. Like, Tegan Nox and Ivy Nile, they might win the titles here. They might win the titles tonight, but if they don't, oh my goodness. Jay isn't a jobber. Whoever said that needs to chill. Jay is a hella over with the fans. Gunther last week brought out a side of Jay we haven't seen since 2020. Dude, like, that's one of the things, like, Jay, Damian Priest, you know, anybody, add them to the list. There's, like, this list of people who got really popular, and then the online fans started to hate it, and then you'll see people online like, I don't know why WWE doesn't listen. It's because, like, well, you change your opinion every other month, and then when you watch the show, Jay gets one of the loudest reactions of the night, no matter the town. Damian Priest, still pretty over, good guy, things are going well for him. This is why WWE listens to the live audience and not just the internet. You know, like, I don't know. It's so easy. You know what I mean? It's so easy to see why. Weird side note, but Booker cooked Swerve again. I didn't even see the follow-up on that, honestly. I saw somebody said something about Swerve after the AEW pay-per-view the other night. I guess he said, like, fuck Booker T to the live crowd for some reason. I don't know what they're beefing about. I have literally zero clue about what they're beefing about, nor do I care. And then somebody on Monday, yesterday, I saw something that, like, somebody shared an article that I guess they wrote while Swerve was world champion, and it was about more, I don't know what the article was about, but they were talking about how Swerve blocked them, and then I just happened to jump in, because I was like, yeah, Swerve, like, I quoted it and said, Swerve blocked me, because back when Hit Row got released in 2021, I went on Twitter as a fan and tweeted, poor Swerve. And then Swerve blocked me. I'm like, you know, man, and I know I'm not the only one, because I remember a ton of people were getting blocked by Swerve at the time, and it's like, one, you gotta have such an ego to vanity search yourself and to find what people are saying about you, like, who's got the time, especially somebody who you think would be more busy than I am, or anybody. But when somebody's like saying poor Swerve and he took offense to it and blocked me, I don't care. I think it's hilarious. But I brung that up on social media yesterday because I guess Booker and Swerve are beefing about something, and you know, that's all I got. I don't know about anything else. I don't know what they're talking about. It's not Freddy's universe anymore because I gave up universe mode. It's way too stressful. Well, I hear you, man. I mean, the universe mode stuff keeps me busy. I'm in a flow with it, and you know, I got a passion for it, so it's not too stressful for me. But I can see it. You know, I see all the time a lot of people trying to get in on universe mode or just content in general, and then they're like, "Oh, this is like a lot of work." So definitely don't let it discourage you, but maybe try something else instead of universe mode, you know? Maybe try or maybe do universe mode, but don't make it like super serious. Just make it a super laid back something. I don't know. Oh wait, we got some 2 channel members in here. We got some channel members. Hold on. I'm falling behind with the chat right here. My bad. G Lee, thank you for becoming a channel member. HLQ22, thank you for becoming a channel member. That's 2, ladies and gentlemen. I said if we get 10, we'll buy the Ray Phoenix mask, but that's 2 more. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for hitting the join button there. Everyone in the chat who is El Grande Americana, wrong answers only. A very tan Joe Henry, Omas, Mark Henry, John Moxley, Kurt Angle. Oh my goodness. You guys are crazy. Need a new username. It's just my initials and my favorite numbers. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Had to do my part in joining. I appreciate you guys, man. Seriously, thank you for hitting that join button. It goes a long way. I appreciate you. Swerve did that for his own amusement. Yeah, I don't know. When you wait till the AW pay-per-view is off air so you can say fuck Booker T, a guy who has nothing to do with AW, I think that's the definition of living rent-free in somebody's head. But then again, I literally don't even know what they're beefing about. I'm just reading headlines here, so I don't know. All right, let's simulate this week, and then I'll catch up with the chat. Jay and Dragon Lee, a little thrown together pairing because the AOP wanted to get back into the ring with Jay, and the AOP take down Jey Uso and Dragon Lee. Sheamus and Balor promo. We got Bronson Reed and Shawn Spears in a tables matchup. Kicking off this feud one-on-one, really, after the 4-way last week. Bronson Reed, the big Aussie, picks up the victory. 2.5-star okay matchup. Jade Cargill promo. We got another tables matchup. Didn't even realize I booked 2 there. Zoe Stark and Scarlett, the future bona fide Hall of Fame duo, versus Tegan Nox and Ivy Nile. Nox and Ivy, they don't even have to pin Zoe and Scarlett to win this matchup. They don't even have to pin them. They just got to put them through tables. Are we going to have new NXT Tag Team Champions? We're going to wait for it to show up on Streamlabs. I don't want to get spoiled. Holy shit, they've been dethroned. It actually happened. They put them through tables. They won the titles. 5-star legendary matchup. You know why that was a 5-star legendary matchup? Well, partially because of the power card, but also because the undefeated Zoe and Scarlett just got dethroned by Tegan and Ivy. Holy shit. What is going on here? The earth has been shattered. Finish the story. Tegan Nox and Ivy Nile, they finished the story on a random Tuesday night in Louisville. Oh man, what a moment. What a MyGM moment. Scarlett and Zoe, they had those titles all of season 2. Well, I think the reign started in season 1, went all through season 2. We're gonna have to fact check this. And now in season 3, the thrown together pairing of Tegan Nox and Ivy Nile finally dethrone Zoe Stark and Scarlett for the NXT Tag Team Championships. History made. They didn't pin them though, so they're gonna have beef. This rivalry continues. It was a tables matchup. They did not pin the champions. Oh man, we're just getting started. Karrion Kross promo. And then in the main event, I read Roman Reigns in the chat, then looked here and said, Roman Reigns, Rhea Ripley, and Shotzi. Is there going to be another upset? Is there going to be another upset for the NXT Women's Championship? We're going to find out. Ready? I'm not going to look. I'm not going to look till it comes up on Streamlabs. Who's it going to be? Oh, Rhea Ripley retains, but another 5-star legendary matchup. And the rivalry truly kicking off here. Great stuff. Great stuff. What a week for NXT. Meanwhile, you got SmackDown over here with Michin and Valhalla in the main event. Yet somehow they're in first place. Make it make sense. Monday Night Raw. Who cares? Not me. We got good booking. We got good booking this week. I'll take it. Rivalries grew. Nobody came out injured. Freaking mark it on the calendar. Days without an injury. 3 weeks. Love to see it. SmackDown's still in first place, though, man. I mean, listen, we're in the 3 million with the fans. We're doing our damnedest. We're doing our damnedest to try to cut these guys, but it's just not working. What was that stunt you pulled? Gotta do what I gotta do. Zoe wants a rematch, obviously. Triple H. Yesterday, Tatum Paxley made a fool of herself in public. Suspended for 2 weeks. Tatum, what are you doing? Why are you making us look bad? Alright, what are you guys saying in the chat here? Scroll up a little bit. Priest did get weird hate all of a sudden. Yeah, it's just freaking internet people, dude. I don't get it. While booking Universe Mode, how far out do you book? Are you already thinking about the Mania Vegas card a little bit? Absolutely, dude. I book as far out as the ideas come. Like, I don't have week to week booked out until, you know, I got the next, like, 6 weeks, I think, booked for Raw and SmackDown, like, knowing exactly what I'm going to do. But, you know, I know most of the SummerSlam card at this point. WrestleMania is, you know, a huge question mark, because that's all the way next, you know, March. But I got a couple of ideas which might end up on WrestleMania. You know, that's kind of how I do Universe Mode. Bullet points, ideas, you know, knowing that, all right, this matchup might happen at WrestleMania, so let me make sure I don't do it in, you know, in advance and to ruin it or something like that. I don't know. It's all about just throwing my ideas down, seeing where they fit. But I love booking, so that's something I'm doing all the time, just coming up with ideas. You know, like I said, I think most of the SummerSlam cards booked. And I know a couple of people have asked in recent streams whether the SummerSlam and Universe Mode is going to be 2 nights or not. Still undecided, because you know, even though I know most of the card at this point, there's some things that might not end up on the card. There's some things that might get added. So I don't know. I'll probably make up that decision whether it's going to be 2 nights or not by like June. But yeah, I just book as far in advance as you know, I have ideas for, really, and then I'll just book the week to week. You know, I usually try to have like the next month or so figured out when it comes to what's going to happen exactly on Raw or SmackDown. And then if I don't, you know, like I don't have, you know, the June Raw and SmackDowns written yet, but you know, the rest of April's written out, most of May's written out. So that's kind of what I do with Universe Mode. It also helps me think about what's going to happen in advance when I know, you know, what's going to happen, if that makes sense. I'm going to do casual Universe Mode. You should. Big pop in the chat for the tag team title changing hands. What do you think? Who do you think, should move it to the main event scene first, Finn or Braun? I think you can get away with Braun just hanging around that Intercontinental title reign for probably that Intercontinental title picture, I should say, for probably the rest of the year. Definitely Finn and Dom are gonna split anytime now. I mean, WrestleMania will probably be the nail in the coffin, and then maybe the Raw after, or just the weeks after, I see a split coming. I think you should go Finn Balor babyface, and then I'm not saying it needs to exactly lead to the main event, but if I was to put one guy in the main event right now, I think you would. I think it would be a little bit of a return to form for Finn. And I would love to see him challenging. You can have him challenge Jey Uso, you know, for the world title, or whoever's going to leave WrestleMania. You know, if Gunther wins the world title or retains the world title, I would love to see Balor challenge either of those guys, you know, for the world title this year. So if I was to pick one guy to move into the main event scene anytime soon, I think it'd be Finn. Mr. Rob, what's going on? Hey, man, I just recently found your channel, and I want to say that your Universe Mode series is awesome. Great content. Mr. Rob, thank you so much for stopping by. Very much appreciated. How new are you to the channel? What was the first Universe Mode episode you checked out? I think Braun, he's also retaining at Mania. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, it's Braun Breaker's debut at WrestleMania. I did see an idea on Twitter yesterday that I liked. People saying that, you know, Penta could win the title Dom and Balor could jump him after the matchup. And then obviously it's way too late for Phoenix to get on the card. I'm sure even Phoenix knows that. He's just like, I don't care. I'm just happy to be in WWE, right? But Penta could win the Intercontinental title. You could have Judgment Day jump him after. And then Rey Fenix could come down. You could have the Lucha Bros, come together for the first time WWE at WrestleMania. That'd be pretty sick. Or you could just have Braun Breaker retain the title. Probably wouldn't pin Penta, so it's not like Penta would be, he would come out unscathed is the point. But I think Braun or Penta definitely leaves WrestleMania with the Intercontinental title. Dom and Balor, I think both lose, and then we head towards their, their final split of the Judgment Day. And what happens to the group overall? I'm not exactly sure, but Rhea Hogan, Mommy retains. Your old NXT champion is Raw's mid-card founder? I don't know what you mean. What's up, Jacob, anyway? Oh, snap. Grayson. Guys, if you're a Star Wars fan, go check out the Mortis FN podcast. I would link it, but I can't. I don't have the chat. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm going to do it right now. Give me a second here. Boom. If you're a Star Wars fan, go check out that YouTube channel. Hit subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Tatum Paxley, you did Chemical X dirty. Bro, I mean, she went and embarrassed herself in public. What does that even mean? Have to go, Noah. Have a good night. Art, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. Agreed on your Finn take? Yeah. Because I think Finn... We're just having a great wrestling discussion today, and, MyGM's such the background of this stream today. But, well, we're just hanging out. I think, if anybody was, is going to be the babyface coming out of Finn and Dom, I think it should be Finn. Dom's in a position where he could still be a heel, lose a bunch, but be fine, because the crowd's going to give him heat, and he's going to get a reaction either way. Balor's had weeks, even overseas, where, the crowd wasn't reacting to him at all. And that's just... I think everybody likes Finn Balor, but he's just lost so many times that it's just it's one of those things where, I remember Dolph Ziggler talking about this on I think it was Chris Van Vliet's podcast. I can only lose so many times before the crowd doesn't take me seriously at all. And I think that's where Finn kind of is right now. And obviously, I just said I think he loses at WrestleMania, but, it is what it is. I think you get through Mania, you split Dom and Balor. I think Balor goes babyface. A little bit of a return. I don't want to say return to form because his main roster run... honestly, before the Judgment Day, really wasn't all that special, but that's mostly, Vince's fault. But just Balor being a babyface, feuding with Dom for a little while, and then maybe move it into whether he wins the Intercontinental title or challenges for the World title. There's a lot of people, I think, that want to see a World title run for Finn. I think that'd be best for Finn. I think you can keep Dom a heel, I should say, for a while. He's still young in his career. He can still afford to lose freaking every week, and he's still going to get heat. Because he's just that kind of guy, you know what I mean? So, that's just me. Wow, look at this guy. I'll keep you safe in Fortnite. Number 1 Victory Royale. I'm playing Fortnite tonight, guys, for the first time since December. I played 2 games earlier this afternoon because I needed to update it, but it's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. Imagine Balor lifts Dom up for a 1916, then Braun hits the spear to retain. Oh, dude, you know that match is going to be freaking chaotic. It's going to be awesome. I just need NXT Balor back for one more run. Yeah, dude, that, what is it, when did he go back to NXT initially? 2019? That 2019 to 2021, Balor was, one of the best parts of that little bit of a dying brand of NXT for Black and Gold, that bad. And listen, I know he's a little bit older. What's he, 44 or something like that? Maybe I'm aging him a little bit. He might be younger, but he doesn't look it a day. He's in incredible shape. He could still freaking go out there and have a classic. Finn Balor's going to be around probably, I'd assume, for several more years. I mean, guys are wrestling better, or I should say guys are wrestling longer now. Wrestlers are in better shape now. They're healthier now. It's not like Balor being a little bit older is any detriment to him. It's not like that's ruling him out of a world title run or anything like that. Freaking guy doesn't have an ounce of fat on him. So, it's going to be... If he turns babyface and if he does get a run, I think it's going to do some wonders. I think booked right, and Triple H loves himself some Finn Balor, even though I'm sure some people would disagree about that, but I think it's just the stage of... what's the way to put it? The setting that we've been living in, and there's just so many moving elements on TV, obviously. But we've seen Triple H use Finn Balor to his best, not once but twice in NXT. So I think if we're in a position where we get something like that again, I mean, I think Balor can be up there with the Jay, the Rhea, who all those names that just exploded in the last few years. That just became undoubtedly the most popular names in the company. I honestly think that. Finn the new Dolph is crazy. I don't think he's the new Dolph. Maybe that was a bad comparison. Dolph was like super like lost cause towards his last few years. Balor's not a lost cause at all. I think it really isn't going to take that much for Finn to be back where I think a lot of people want to see him. You know what I mean? Can you give us some teasers and what your IRL backlash predictions? Sorry to keep going, but do you have any ideas on how to do? I mean, I don't know how to. The only ideas I have for universe mode would be my own. You know what I mean? And IRL backlash. You mean like real life backlash? Or are we talking universe mode? Finn should win Money in the Bank. It's not a bad idea. Sabrina Carpenter of Fortnite is fire, literally. That's the reason we're all playing tonight. Me and some of my friends. Human Shield, what's going on? Dogs barking at WrestleMania will be peak. Bro, facts. I hope Braun Breaker just has an awesome throwback Steiner singlet. It's going to be awesome. Sabrina, my wife. Oh my goodness. This guy. Don't let anybody tell you differently. I put Grayson from Mortis FM podcast on the Sabrina Carpenter. And I will die on that hill. Alright. Jey Uso. He really doesn't have a feud going on. Balor and Sheamus is a feud. Put him with Cross. Carrying Cross really isn't doing nothing. Let's put him with Cross. We'll do a tag team matchup here. Balor and Spears versus Reed and Sheamu. Rhea and Shotzi. Rhea's getting a little low on stamina, but it's a go-home show to a PLE week, so she's going to wrestle. Suck it up, you know what I mean? Tag team title rematch. It is going to be hilarious if Zoe and Scarlett win back the titles this fast. But I would not put it past them of all people. And then we'll go Extreme Rules. Axiom and Nathan Frazier versus the AOP. And then we're just going to keep sacrificing some of our people here to get us some money. Alright, so this is not a bad week. Not a bad week. Loaded on the tag matches, but it's fine. It's fine. We're in Hartford, Connecticut, week 4. Bunch of Sims. Hey, Jack, you better watch your mouth. It's true. She's my wallpaper. It's actually Spider-Man. It's Sabrina in a Spider-Man mask. Dude, you know what I was listening to at the gym? Dude, I love. I'm completely doxing myself here. Love me some girly pop, dude. Tate McRae, really listened like to a full album today at the gym. Kind of heat. No shame either. All right. Fraxium, that was the first time like I actually listened to her too, and I was like, yo, this fucks. Fraxium versus the AOP for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Who opened the door? Max, did you open the door? You son of a gun. I just noticed that. Anyway, Fraxium wins the championships. 2.5-star OK matchup. This feud, well, rivalry's complete anyway, but Fraxium and the AOP could not get 3 stars to save their lives. I don't know what. I don't know why. You know what we need to do? We need to get Jimmy. I don't think anybody's got him. We'll double check because we're going to have to do trades soon anyway. But if somebody's got Jimmy, we should trade for him. If not, we should try to pick him up in the talent scouts or whatever. Then we'd have the Usos versus Fraxium, and that would be fire. That would be fire. I'll catch up with the chat one moment. Dragon Lee promo. Ivy Nile, Tegan Knox versus Zoe Stark, and I can never get that out right. Zoe Stark. It's there's so much and Scarlett. Anyway, rematch for the tag team titles. It did not take long Sean Hughes, he put he put these in the chat. NXT is saved. NXT is saved. Zoe and Scarlett using their creative pull. What is that? Their clause in their contract. They said that doesn't work for me, brother. We want those belts back. We are not putting you over. They only put him over last week because they didn't have to get pinned. It was a tables matchup. This week, tornado tag. Rivalry complete too, so they said, we're taking the belts back and you're not getting a rematch. Fuck you. That's exactly what they said. Absolute goats of MyGM. 3 seasons in. Nobody could stop him. Jade Cargill. Really just sacrificing her in recent weeks, so she ain't got much to do. Rhea and Shotzi. Non-title here, so hopefully Rhea doesn't get hurt. Rhea just also refusing to put Shotzi over. But the rivalry grows and the matches are good, so... You know, what can we say? Maybe we'll do like a run-in with like Jade or somebody that we're not using and give Shotzi a little added edge. We could do that. Kalani Jordan promo. Balor and Spears versus Sheamus and Reed, keeping both of these feuds going. The winners. Balor and Spears, rivalry's growing. Love to see it. And then, the main event. Jey Uso and Karrion Kross for the NXT Championship. Who's gonna be? Who's gonna be? Who's gonna be? Look at the Streamlabs here. Karrion Kross! We're doing what they refuse to do in real life, and that's put Karrion Kross over. Giving him the rub. Back where it all started in NXT, and he wins the championship. This is a hell of a week, I think. I mean, some of the matches could have been better, but result-wise, hell of a week. Who cares? Who cares what the CPU's booking? Sean, oh man. Stark and Scarlett, my tribal queens. Oh my goodness. Sean, thank you so much for your extra support. It goes a long way, brother. Look at that. We've gotten two bombs from Sean. We've gotten 2 new channel members tonight. Appreciate you guys, man. Seriously, it goes a long way. And you know, we're just gonna keep grinding, as they say. Balor should go to AEW. I don't think anybody should go to AEW right now, dude. That company is such a what should I say here? What's the way to put it? Just a wrestling career vacuum. Like the coldest product. Like it's like do you want a vacation in sunny Florida? Or do you want to go to Alaska? Why would anyone want to go to Alaska? You know what I mean? Listen, that's just me. You know, I haven't watched AEW live in almost 2 years, so it is what it is. Imagine if Grayson met Jordan Grace. I don't think he knows who that is. He's not a wrestling fan. But I'll send him the memes if I remember. What's the Steiner math on Braun's chances of winning? Carry the 2. I don't know. He's got a 25% chance of winning. It's a fatal 4-way. Hot take: Braun Breaker is the next Ryback. That's got to be the most wild thing anybody has ever said in a live chat. Absolutely crazy. I'm chilling. Just got out the gym. Let's go. After an intense 10-hour study session this morning. Yeah, everybody take Human Shield Division as a guy we should model ourselves off of. Studied for 10 hours, then still hit the gym. Respect. Respect. What's up, Owen? Thank you for stopping by. Loving the latest Monday Night Raw. Keep up the awesome work. Glad you're enjoying it. Raw was pretty good yesterday. Universe mode. Jam-packed show. Some build towards Backlash. We will continue on SmackDown. Fraxium can't carry everyone, I guess. Yeah, you know, AOP, I guess they might be holding them down. Oh, lost my spot in the chat. Where'd I go? Where did I go here? Okay. Jade versus Rhea next feud. Maybe. I think we'll insert her in the Shotzi Rhea feud. Maybe she'll help Shotzi finally get a victory. Awesome, bros. All right, gonna have to go for a bit, but I should be back. No problem, man. Appreciate you stopping by for the hour. We've already been on here an hour. We've only done like 3 weeks. We're yapping too much. That's our problem. But we're having a good time. We're having a good time. Yapping is part of live streaming. I've been meaning, to become a member for a while. Well, I appreciate you, HLQ. Thank you very much. You're welcome, brother. Thank you for the awesome universe. And W Streams. W Sean in the chat. I think AW is hurting itself. Yeah, Tony Khan is hurting AEW. It's like Vince McMahon reincarnated. But, you know, I don't watch, so I'm saving myself the stress. Can we have universe mode teasers? Let's see. What's going down on SmackDown Thursday that hasn't been announced yet? Well, there's going to be an announcement on the community tab tomorrow for SmackDown. And probably something on Thursday morning as well. Let's look. You guys won't look, but I'll look. SmackDown on Thursday. Everything's announced. Or is gonna be announced. Alright, there's nothing really to tease for SmackDown, because everything's gonna be announced by the time Thursday comes. If you've watched last week's SmackDown too. Teaser for Backlash? I don't know, man. It's hard to give teasers. I want to give you teasers. Alright, here's a teaser for Backlash, and I'm not gonna say who's in the match. But come Backlash on April the 27th, there's going to be a no-holds-barred match. There you go. Even if you guess it right in the chat, I'm not going to confirm. So you could try, but I'm not even going to say anymore. We got a power card. Love to see it. We're still in third? What do we got? Like, what do we have to do? SmackDown's got Pat McAfee and Valhalla leading the charge. Zoe Stark, thanks for the title rematch. Zoe Stark said, you better give me a rematch. Oh, thank you for the rematch. Demanding. Oh, thank you. Whatever. Rhea needs 2 weeks off. I think, considering Rhea is the most popular superstar on our brand, take a week off at a health spa. Yeah, that works. All right, cool. Hell in a Cell. Hate the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, but it's fine. I think somebody said in our last streams the pay-per-views mix up as we get into deeper seasons. It's by the Hell in a Cell arena. Gotta have it. And don't worry about this all. We must power cards. We don't really get to book anything original on a pay-per-view besides like one match. All right, Hell in a Cell opener. Triple threat for the women. You know what, Jade Cargill? Earn your stripes. 82 stamina. You can afford to lose some. We're to do a fatal 4-way matchup. Balor and Sheamus a little bit low. Cross and, you know what? Change of plans. We'll do one-on-one. Don't want anybody to get hurt here. Let's do an underground matchup. Underground. Cross and Jay for the belt. Oops. And then triple threat Hell in a Cell for the men. Bronson Reed. Bring it home for us. Alright, we're in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, which is also where Baton Rouge, Louisiana, also where the channel member exclusive Universe Mode event Spring Stampede is going down this Saturday. The video should drop at 4 p.m. for channel members. Hit that join button down below. Become a No Nation Gaming channel member. That punches your ticket to Spring Stampede on Saturday. And you get access to all the other previous channel member videos. There you go. All right. Jade Cargill. She's going to bring it home for NXT. I believe in her. We got Chyna, reincarnated, representing SmackDown. And we got Tiffany Stratton representing Raw. Who's it going to be? We have not won many of these interpromotional matches, but we won this one. Jade Cargill gets it done. 4.5-star classic. Let's go. All right, mid-card matchup here. Compared to SmackDown and Raw, on paper, it seems that we have the best matchup, but we'll see how that actually turns out. Karrion Kross and Jey Uso, underground match for the NXT Championship. The winner, Karrion Kross, retains the title. 3.5-star great matchup. The rivalry officially kicks off. SmackDown here's got Brooks Jensen and Carl Anderson. Carl versus Brooke. And, of course, that gets a 4-star amazing matchup. Okay. There's your WWE title program on SmackDown, folks. Angel and Pat McAfee. You can't write this stuff. You got Charlotte and Alexa Bliss for the Women's World Championship from Raw. Charlotte Flair retains the belt. Okay, so somehow we had the worst mid-card matchup. Make it make sense. All right. Andrade representing Raw. Bronson Reed representing NXT. And Gunther representing SmackDown. If we Jade Cargill already won the first matchup for us. Can Bronson Reed win the second? I don't want to look. I'm just going to look at Streamlabs here. The winner is going to be... Okay, that's cool. All right, well, at least Jade Cargill can carry the weight of the brand. Evidently, Bronson Reed cannot. We did gain 100,000 fans, though, so that's positive. Maybe we'll actually move out of third place for once. Did get our power card, which is great. Okay, we're still in third. Trades. Yes, we're about to enter into the trades here. Human Shield. Also glad I found your channel. I just got back into wrestling 2 weeks ago and you popped on my feed. Keep up the good work, man. Well, I appreciate that, man. And hopefully I can be an outlet for you to continue to enjoy professional wrestling. Excuse me. Those Dunkin' coffees be making me burp. I apologize. The last AW I saw was Edge's debut live. The last thing I saw was Edge's first match in AEW against Luchasaurus on that like Tuesday Dynamite. What was that? October 2023. Actually, you know what? I'm lying. I've been lying for several streams. That's not the last time I watched AEW. That was the second to last time I watched AEW was that Tuesday Dynamite with Edge's first AEW match. The last time I watched AEW was January of 2024, last year. I was in Disney World. I did a solo trip. Took myself to Disney for a whole week for my birthday. The day I got there was a Saturday night. It was a long day. I was exhausted. And I was scrolling through the television, trying to find something to fall asleep to, coincidentally enough. And AEW Collision was on. And funny, we're talking about Edge, because I think Edge wrestled Lee Moriarty on that show. And I watched that matchup, and then I left it on the TV and fell asleep. And that's not even a knock at AEW falling asleep watching it. I was just exhausted because I was up since 3 in the morning from the flight and then walking and all this stuff. But that's actually the last time I watched AEW. Whatever that date was, you can go find it. January of last year, Collision, Edge versus Lee Moriarty. And then the time before that was Edge's first AEW match. I just remembered. Jack Cubb, the AEW Simps are going insane over the Flair and Stratton situation, saying so it's okay if WWE superstars shoot on each other, but not when AEW do it. Like, are they self-aware? AEW happens weekly. Honestly, dude, and it's just like, I'm not saying Charlotte and Stratton didn't shoot on each other on SmackDown, but WWE is also a lot more of a tight-knit, professionally ran business. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually did run that stuff by each other beforehand and got it approved. And because WWE, I truly do believe, puts out false information on the internet for dirt sheets to leak and then look like idiots, which I think is hilarious. I think there's probably a case where they weren't even shooting on each other, and it was just, WWE knowing that they could catch some steam and get people talking about that matchup if they went a little overboard. That's just me. Keep losing my place. Scarlett versus Rhea for the title. Dude, that might be the move down the line. Can we have a teaser or an announcement for that? For what? What did I miss? Jay did it. For real, dude. What's going on, Benjamin? What's up, Noah? How's it going? Still the latest episode. Super fun, by the way. Thank you so much. And thank you for stopping by the live stream. I'm glad you're enjoying Universe Mode. And I'm happy you could stop in here for the stream. I think I watched Collision in December. Yeah, dude. I mean, that definitely was the last time I watched. Was what the night I told you about. There's definitely a guy whose whole job is to troll the dirt sheets. I wouldn't be surprised. I literally would not be surprised. Freddie said Spring Stampede. All right, we'll already announce for the channel member exclusive Spring Stampede show on Saturday. We have Dominic versus Dragunov, and then today we announced the Street Profits versus Solo and Jacob Fatu. Another match should be announced, I think, on Saturday morning. And then Trick Williams will be on the show. Joe Coffey will be on the show. Liv Morgan will be on the show. Fraxium will be on the show. Yeah, it's going to be a pretty loaded Spring Stampede on Saturday. A lot of fun matches. Yeah, I'm just here for the vibes and tips for MyGM. Oh, dude, definitely a great place for the vibes. Tips for MyGM, though, we're in season 3, we have not won one, and we're in 3rd place. So I don't know if this is the best place for tips, but definitely a good place for entertainment. All right. Does anybody have Jimmy Uso, or are we going to have to pick him up in free agency? SmackDown's roster sucks. Look at SmackDown's roster, bro. Pat McAfee's a double champ. He's WWE champion and tag team champion. Who's he tag team champions with? Ora Mensa? Nick Aldis should be prosecuted for this. Monday Night Raw. Scott Hall is World Heavyweight Champion. You know what? At least Raw's roster at least looks a little bit more realistic outside of Scott Hall. But nobody seems to have Jimmy Uso. So I think we're going to do what we were doing last season for the most part. And let's just see what trades they offer us. Let's just see. All right, here. We're already starting this off with some bullshit. Adam Pearce, JC Jane, and Ridge Holland for Tatum Paxley and Kalani Jordan. And $173,000. I know we're not doing anything with Kalani Jordan or Tatum Paxley at the moment, but we're not going to do anything with Ridge Holland and JC Jane either. So what a stupid trade from Adam Pearce. Clearly he's on that bullshit, just like he was on Raw last night when he said when he said Rhea Ripley was representing the Judgment Day. Adam Pearce, you need a drink. I'm not accepting this trade. No, thank you. Let's see what Nick Aldis has for us. Probably some more crap. Oh, wait, he's got a counter offer. Same thing, but less money. It's not the money. You could give me money. I could give you more money. It's the talent. And the talent you're offering is not good enough. Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis ain't even offering us anything. This dude is sitting on such a high horse right now. At the #1 spot. He said, I'm not even offering NXT anything. This is ridiculous. No way I deserve that suspension. What do we got? Alley Brawler. Local talent. Yeah, there's no room for amateurs. I don't care. We could have 50 fans in attendance. I'm not signing any local competitors. Thank you and goodbye. All match types are free this week. Earn 10K fans. But then lose 5K if I don't have a cage or Hell in a Cell. All match types are free this week. We'll do that. Show logistics. We have something unlocked here. Social media more. Okay. Take it. Take that. Take that shit. All right. Select an opposing brand, double the price of their power cards. Screw you, SmackDown. Select an opposing brand. A random superstar on their roster will have their stamina reduced to 0 at the start of next week. SmackDown as well. We should be using these on Adam Pearce because he gave us such a blasphemy trade, but Nick Aldis is in the first spot, is in the number 1 spot, so Adam Pearce is getting off clean here. All right, we're gonna gain some talent scouts, and then let's go peep free agency here. I don't know. It's not even a guarantee that Jimmy Uso is gonna be in here. Jacob Fatu's in there. Braun Breaker. All right, we got Alpha Academy. We got Solo and Jacob. They just won't give me freaking Jimmy Uso. All right, last time. I'm not spending any more money this week. Damian Priest. Oh, give me 0. My goodness. Coffee's gone. Coffee's gone. That's a disappointment. All right, so you guys remember what I said earlier about 10 channel members and I'll buy the Rey Fenix mask? 1 channel member and you'll pay for my next coffee. What are you guys saying in the chat here? What are you guys saying in the chat? Can I have your Backlash St. Louis predictions? I have no idea. That shit's coming up fast, dude. That's less than a month from now, Backlash. It's gonna be like a 3-week build after WrestleMania. Feels like the old days. I expect Randy Orton to challenge whoever the WWE champion is. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some kind of variation of a one-on-one match stemming out of the Women's World Title triple threat, whether it's Rhea versus Bianca, Io versus Bianca, Bianca versus Io, or well, you get the point. But I don't know. It depends on how WrestleMania turns out. I don't have the budget for the membership to watch Spring Stampede. Sad that... Oh, dude, it's all good, man. Listen, I do put notable stuff that makes sense and are important to Universe Mode on those shows, but I'll never book something that's so pivotal to Universe Mode that it's just like, bro, how, like, it's not, I'm never going to put a full-on PLE behind, the paywall. So, although I understand, people want to watch the live events and whatnot, those are for members, but you're not going to miss out on anything too important. What's Nick Aldis doing? At least you're booking banger matches. That's all I'm saying, dude. Technical King, what's going on? What was your favorite episode ever to record in 2K Universe? You probably won't know, but you can something you remember really enjoying. What's a good episode of Universe Mode that I really enjoyed? I don't know. I'm trying to think of a non-PLE. I don't know, man. That's a good question. There were some SmackDowns back in the fall, like this past fall in 2K24 that I thought were really hitting on all cylinders. Just rivalries were heating up, like on the Road to Survivor Series. Those are some fun ones. Slammy Award Raw this past December I thought was good. I mean, obviously I'm a little bit biased. I think everything is good. If I didn't think it was good enough, I wouldn't put it out. But obviously, yeah, there's some favorites in there. But off the top of my head, there's some that I can think of. Coffee's gone. No. Get Pete Dunne back. Solo and Jacob for the tag division. You never do title changes then? You're never doing title changes then? I didn't say that. I didn't say there'll never be title changes on member exclusive shows. As a matter of fact, that's that's an idea. I'm not saying when it's going to happen, if it's going to happen, but it might, eventually. Garrick, what's going on? I just bought the game today. Nice. I watched the WrestleMania episodes and the work you put in there was amazing. Appreciate that, man. Those WrestleMania episodes were a grind, but they were good. All right. Who should we pick up here? Or should we spend another 10,000 and do one more search? Does anybody... What's Jimmy Uso's class? Or no, that's going to cost more. You know what? Never mind. We still got 7, I should say, talent scouts. So we'll do one more search. All right. Alexis King, Dawkins. All right. Well, we got some names in here. You know, Damian Priest is pretty pivotal. That's a tongue twister for me. In season 2, but we couldn't retain him because he was on contract, I think. So maybe we bring back Priest. We could get Solo and Jacob Fatu. Benjamin saying Oba. I'm going to SmackDown on Friday. Nice. Do I go with my CM Punk shirt or Roman Reigns shirt? Where's SmackDown at on Friday? If I had a coin, I'd flip it. CM Punk. Fatu got the 81 stamina. Somebody must have had him on their brand. Seattle? Oh, man. Love to visit Seattle one day. Alright. Let's bring back Jacob Fatu. We had him, I believe, last season. And we'll sign Solo Sikoa. Wait. There we go. Alright. We're not doing anything with Kalani Jordan. Let's save some money here. Sorry. Alright, that's fine. Alright, we got, what is it? 4 weeks till Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank. Hey, Noah, what's up? Tan XXZ. What is going on? Thank you for stopping by. Have at least one last man standing match this week. Do that. Could do that. Who should be in a last man standing match this week? Getting to that point where everyone's starting to be a little bit hurt, you know what I mean? Surprised Reed's not more hurt after competing in Hell in the Cell. How's the stream going? Stream's going good, man. We're having a fun night. Lots of good conversation going on. Oh, excuse me. You know what? Cross and Jay aren't too low. I think they'll be alright. Keep that feud going. Sheamus and Finn. Keep that feud going. Let's just do a call-out promo this week between Shotzi and Rhea. Zoe and Scarlett need new challengers. It should be Shotzi and Tatum, but Shotzi's a little bit booked and busy at the moment, so... You know, maybe we'll just keep them off this week. What else we got? That's what we'll do. We'll do a tag team matchup with Solo and Fatu versus Fraxium. And you know what? We're going to put the titles on the line. Fuck it. And we'll go Shawn Spears and Bronson Reed. Tatum's going to call out Scarlett. And then we'll have a little advertising promo with Dragon Lee. Not bad. Not bad. All right. Week 6 in Bakersfield, California. When's Great Balls of Fire on that calendar? Unconfirmed. Unconfirmed. Chemical X versus Scarlett and Zoe. That's what I'm thinking, but Shotzi's feuding with Rhea right now, so we gotta wrap up that feud before we can put Chemical X together. But definitely down the line. Definitely down the line. Alright. We got Shawn Spears versus Bronson Reed. Rivalry matchup here. The victory gonna be Big Bronson Reed, the big Aussie. 3-star good matchup. I'll take it. Tatum Paxley calls out Scarlett. Maybe we could sign Gigi Dolan as well if she's available. You know, I don't know if anybody has her, but we'll see. We got the Bloodline showing up to take on Fraxium for the tag team titles. The winners: Fraxium retain the championships. 1.5 stars? Maybe Fraxium's the problem. Maybe they just ain't hitting like they do in real life. I don't know. Dragon Lee. We need to get Dragon Lee involved in something. I don't know. There's only so many matches every week. Sheamus and Finn for the North American Championship. Finn Balor retains the title, and he's hurt for 3 weeks? Well, it could be worse. Could be more than 3 weeks, but of course, it's always the champ that gets hurt. It's never the challenger. It's always the champion who gets hurt. We're always losing our champs. We're 6 weeks in. That's the first injury of season 3, so not bad. Not bad, to be honest. Freaking mouth's dry as shit for this coffee. Alright. Karrion Kross defends the NXT Championship against main event Jey Uso in a last man standing matchup. The winner, Karrion Kross, retains the title. 3.5 stars. Great match. SmackDown. Pat McAfee and Ora Mensa versus Imperium. A triple threat backstage brawl between Dexter Lumis, Wolfgang, and Angel. Roxanne Perez versus China. Oh, SmackDown. What garbage you are. Monday Night Raw is a little bit tighter, but it's still just... I dream of the day we'll have a realistic CPU. Dream of it. Poor finale? Really? It's 3.5 stars. It's because the mid-card match between Sheamus and Balor popped off. That's the problem. Should have swapped them. Fraction was the best tag team of all time. Look, I don't know what's going on. Their matches with the AOP weren't hitting. Now they face Solo and Fatu. Maybe after we get the feud kicked off, the ratings will get better. But I don't know what the problem is. Bad timing. Power card 1. We just cannot shake these guys, dude. Cannot shake these guys. Adam Pearce hits us with the limited stock. Double the price of power cards, whatever. Fans want to see great matches, but they also want to watch a show with a lot of variety. Yep. Sheamus, I was hoping to take some personal time. Can I get 2 weeks off? Well, I mean, his rivalry and Finn Balor just went down, so yeah, sure. Keep the morale happy. And Jay wants to wrestle somebody else. Could be wrestling freaking Fraxium if Jimmy Uso was available. Guess we'll check. No. Okay. We're not gonna spend it. You know what? We'll do it one more time. We'll do it one more time. No. Okay. It's a waste of money. Waste of money. Imagine if you could just pull up to your boss and ask for 2 weeks off. Man, I know Sheamus getting super lucky here. Who does he think he is? Have at least one underground match this week. Okay. Okay. You know, it'd be great to use one of these bad timing power cards, but neither of our opponents ever freaking have anybody that we can use it on. The next Immortal you sign this week is free. Is there any Immortal superstars available? You gotta spend $50,000 just to find out, but oh, I don't have any talent scouts. Now I do. Sucker! No, not Ashante the Adonis. Really, that's my options? Freaking Undertaker and X-Pac, and Devon and Vader. For $50,000, that's my options. You'd think it'd be like, oh, their popularity. But it's really nothing crazy. But you know what? We need to do what we gotta do, so the next Immortal you sign this week is free. apply The Undertaker. We can sign him for up to 18 weeks for $0. Sure. The Undertaker. We'll feud with Karrion Kross since Jey Uso doesn't want to wrestle. You didn't do the last man standing match, did you? Was I supposed to? I forgot. Whoops. Karrion Kross will be called out by The Undertaker this week. That way he does not get hurt. Gotta do what we gotta do. Rhea Ripley, excuse me, versus Shotzi for the Women's Championship. Special guest referee. We might screw over Rhea Ripley here. Jade Cargill, allied to Shotzi. Huh? We cooking? Are we cooking? I think we're cooking. There we go. There we go. Is Great Balls of Fire in the calendar? If you replied earlier, I didn't hear because my mom wanted to talk to me. Fair excuse. It's gonna happen eventually, but it's not in the calendar yet. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it will happen eventually. Tatum Paxley. There's nobody else for you to wrestle this week, so cancel that idea. Jay wants to wrestle somebody else. This might be a tough week here. Nope. This might be a tough week here. I don't think it's gonna do us that good, but that's gonna go down. Tatum will cut a promo. One underground match this week. That'll be Reed and Spears. Okay. Buffalo, New York. Speaking of Shotzi, I was watching the 2K23 universe mode and did not know she came out with a freaking tank. Yeah, for sure, dude. I wish they gave her, you know, an updated look in this game, but unfortunately she still has her outdated look. It is what it is. Jay and Dragon Lee versus the Authors of Pain. Kicking things off on week 7, I believe this was. And Jey Uso is hurt for 2 weeks. All right. The injuries are about to start stacking. This is how it ends. This is how it ends before it even begins. Big win for the AOP. Bronson Reed versus Sean Spears. 1-on-1. This is an underground matchup. So we will be getting a power card, which is great. Sean Spears picks up the victory. 4.5-star classic. Rhea and Shotzi might beat that, or at least might be on par. So I'm not going to say we should put it in the main event already. All right, we have the Bloodline versus Fraxium. Tornado tag for the belts. The winners. The Bloodline takes the championships. Rivalry kicking off. 2.5-star OK matchup. Solo and Jacob Fatu. The new NXT Tag Team Champions. The Undertaker arrives to call out NXT Champion Karrion Kross. And Rhea Ripley takes on Shotzi. Jade Cargill, for whatever reason, is the special guest referee. And she's gonna aid Shotzi, but will that actually work out? We're gonna find out here. The winner. Shotzi wins the championship, defeats Rhea Ripley. 4.5-star classic. Jade Cargill. She's got beef with Rhea and she screwed her over. We could run Shotzi and Tatum versus Zoe and Scarlett, and Shotzi could end up being a double champ. Just an idea. Meanwhile, SmackDown is somehow beating us with Birdo, Josh Briggs, and Mark Coffey. Okay. Cares about Raw. I got a yawn. Jey Uso hurt for 2 weeks. Finn Balor still hurt for another 2 weeks. So poor opening, but the rest of the show is pretty solid. I'll take it. Only gained 151 fans. That's ridiculous. Injury rehab. Power card. You love to see it. And honestly, probably use that right now. Rhea wants to get her hands on her in the next 3 weeks. That being Jade Cargill. Tegan Knox sent me a message claiming that she needs time away from management. I'll handle it by firing her? Sorry, Tegan. You're out of here. We're not doing anything with her. Let's say... No, it's not. Next week, I believe, is a go-home week. Injury rehab. Use that on Jay. And now Jay's good to go. Health spa. Oh, we can't use that on anybody. Honestly, we could probably use it on Jay. He's already running low. Or we could use it on Cross. Let's use it on Cross. We won't be able to use him this week, but... For the love of the game. Bad publicity. Use that on SmackDown. I'll take that. Spend some money. I'll take that. Beginner's luck. Raise the popularity of superstar with the lowest popularity on your roster. Tatum Paxley getting a popularity boost. Whoops. One randomly booked no holds barred match. Or remind me to book a no holds barred match, please. Thank you. No, we don't want these rookies. Let's see who we got for the women. It gives us 3 people. Like, come on, man. What a waste of money. All right, we'll do one more search. Lola Vice, Elektra Lopez, Kaden Carter, Alba Fire, Sonya Deville, Kairi Sane, Katana Chance. No one's really yanking my chain here. I don't know. Mason Parker, sorry I'm back. No problem, dude. No problem. Ain't a problem. Jacob Fatu deserves to be the U.S. champ. Dude, he might take down LA Knight. When is NXT? I don't know what you mean. NXT's right now, because this is what we're doing. Bad Dog, so we should pick up Lola Vice. Do we really need her? I don't know. Let's book this week, and then maybe we'll go back. I don't know. We gotta book a no-holds-barred match. And Rhea needs a match with Jade. Rhea. Why am I putting this in the main event? No. No holds barred. Who's going to be in the no holds barred? Everybody is starting to run low. Can we do a tag team no holds barred? Can. Okay. That's sick. I guess we'll just do Jade and Rhea. I don't know. Screw it. Guess we'll keep this feud going. We'll go non-title this week. Everyone give the stream a like. Yeah, well, what Sean said. What Sean said. Drop a like. Man, I need another coffee. Oh, man. Oh, I should have got a backup coffee. That's what I need to do. I need to unplug the controller because the wire's getting in the way. I need to sit up and lock in. What are we booking here? I don't know. Just winging it. And well, let's do another tag here. Jay. This makes no sense at all. We're just booking shit. Shotzi. You know what, dude? Boom. Rest your female tag champs this week. We can't do that. We're in Cedar Rapids. What does that say? Iowa? Something like that. Noah, can we have a concert? I don't know about that. I don't know about that this week. All right, Shotzi and Tatum Paxley taking on Zoe and Scarlett. This is non-title, but could be pivotal in Shotzi and Tatum getting a shot. Zoe and Scarlett picking up the non-title victory. They said we're not even putting over the NXT Women's Champion. Undertaker promo. Reed and Jay versus Spears and Dragon Lee. Why? Because I said so. Bronson Reed and Jey Uso. 3-star good matchup. So you know what? Works out. Fraxium versus the Bloodline. This is non-title here. This is a non-title matchup. Fraxium picks up the victory. 1.5-star disappointing match? Fraxium. Don't make me blame you for these poor ratings, but it's starting to seem like that. No holds barred. Jade and Rhea. We do have a power card in this, so hopefully it freaking works out. And gives us a good rating. Jade Cargill defeats Rhea Ripley in a 4-star amazing matchup. Rhea's hurt for 1 week, but it's only 1 week, so you know what? Not even stressing it. Jade Cargill. Huge victory. We might have to run Jade versus Shotzi now. I don't know. Jade Cargill, after not doing anything for most of the season thus far, really asserting her dominance. Dude, Raw's... Why does... Monday Night Raw has both the Viking Raiders and Pretty Deadly. Yet, Eric and freaking... What's that? Elton Prince? Elton Prince has the dark hair. They're the World Tag Team Champions. Make it make sense. CPU, stupid. Ilya and Trick versus Eric and Elton. Okay. It's really good. It's really good. It's really good, buddy. Yeah, it's real good. Poor opening. Rhea got hurt. I gotta yawn again. And we actually lost fans this week. Oh my goodness. What is this? What is this game, dude? Raw also lost fans. SmackDown, still on top. With now Angel. Angel and Valhalla are your champions on SmackDown. Leading the company. I mean, I got nothing there. SmackDown, bad publicity. That's great. They used it twice. Okay. Dragon Lee's got a losing streak. Well, you know what you should do? Win. Ivy wants a no holds barred match in the next couple of weeks. Jade, new perk. Nothing I can throw on either of these other brands to make them do something. Beginner's luck costs $90,000. Whatever, I don't care. Tatum Paxley, man, I should be able to put this on whoever I want, but whatever. Tatum Paxley is getting a freaking push of a lifetime here. What's he gonna take to have Noah be the first to be first? Does he have to sell his soul to The Rock? I'll do it. I'll do it live on stream. I will sell my soul to the Great One. Alright. What do we have to do this week? Rest your solo champions. Hey, Hunter, I don't know if you know, but it's a PLE week, so that's not going to happen. Karrion Kross and The Undertaker for the NXT Championship is main eventing. We're going to have an Extreme Rules matchup between the Bloodline and Fraxium. We are going to have Bronson Reed and Shawn Spears. Evidently, an Iron Man matchup is somebody's specialty. We are going to have Shotzi and Tatum versus Zoe and Scarlett for the belts. and everybody's stamina can afford it, so we're going to make that a tables matchup. We're swinging for the fences this week. We have to. And, what do we got here, man? Jay, who might get hurt, but he's going to wrestle Sheamus, because they're the most popular guys we got. Jade will do a promo, and everybody else is useless this week. I mean, that's it right there, man. That's it right there. If we don't get a freaking, something positive out of this week, then I just don't know. Week 9, Laredo, Texas. Big boy stretch. Yeah. Oh. Somebody in the chat, be a doll. Grab me another coffee, please. All right. Jey Uso and Sheamus wrestling each other for absolutely no reason, but Finn Balor still hurt, so, we got to fill the show somehow. Sheamus picks up the victory, and Jey Uso hurt for 4 weeks. Oh, man. This is my GM for you. One like equals one coffee. My GM just got me stressing, dude. That's the problem. Jay's hurt. Finn's hurt. Rhea's hurt, but it was only a week, so it doesn't really count. I don't know. Anyway, bro's jacked. Who, me? Zoe and Scarlett going to defend the championships against Chemical X, Shotzi, and Tatum Paxley. Shotzi has an opportunity here to become a double champ. And an actual double champ. I'm not talking Mandy Rose here. I'm talking actual double champion, women's champ, and tag team champion. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? The winners. Shotzi and Tatum Paxley win the tag team titles. Only a 2.5-star okay matchup. I feel like that deserved a 3. Notice how when Zoe and Scarlett lose, it's always a tables matchup. If we run this match back next week and they win and it's just a normal matchup, or even if it has a stipulation, it's a pinfall stipulation, they're going to win. Guarantee it. They only lost because it's a tables matchup, and they said, well, at least we don't have to get pinned here. Shotzi, double champion. Bronson Reed and Sean Spears, Iron Man matchup. They're both running low on stamina, so this will probably be like a double injury here, but, we got to do what we got to do. Simulate, and the winner is going to be Sean Spears. Oh, get a gander. Get a gander. Rivalry complete. Bronson Reed injured for 7 weeks. Sean Spears injured for 3 weeks. You know what? I spoke that one into existence. That one's on me. I said it. I said they're both going to get injured, and lo and behold, they did. Reed's out for basically the back half of the season, and Sean Spears is out for 3 weeks. So Sean Spears we could probably keep, but Bronson Reed we'll probably trade away or release him. At least it was a classic. At least they did one good for NXT on their way out. The Bloodline versus Fraxium. Extreme Rules matchup for the tag team titles. The winners. Fraxium win back the championships. 3.5-star, great matchup. The rivalry grows. I'll take it. And in the main event, Karrion Kross defends the NXT championship against the Phenom, the Dead Man, The Undertaker. The winner is gonna be, I gotta look at Streamlabs so I don't spoil it, The Undertaker. Only a 2.5-star okay matchup. Some immortal, huh? Freaking ring experience of 25. Only gets us a 2.5-star. Wins the NXT title, though, and we got him for free. So, beggars can't be choosers. I don't know. Oh, shit. Sean, triple super streak rolls on 3 or 4 weeks and counting. Also, get yourself a coffee, bro. Bro, Appreciate you as always. You know, if I felt like leaving the house again today, I would go get another coffee, but I should probably just make some here. I probably actually don't even need any more. I think I had enough caffeine for the day, but that five, which I think actually translates to 6 American, is probably going to end up going towards a coffee eventually. So, Sean, I appreciate the triple supers tonight, man. Goes a long freaking way, as I always say. So, thank you very much. Manny Rose catching strays. I'm tired, so I'm going to go. Freddie, thank you for stopping by. Thoughts on South Park's WWE episodes if you're a fan? I've never seen them. SmackDown. You silly goobers. Poor finale. Kiss my ass. Alright, let's get through, what's it, we'll get through the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. We'll do the trades. Then we'll hang out for a couple minutes and wrap it up from there. But we're going to hang out a little bit longer. Valhalla might be the best women's champ of all time, but clearly she's on a hell of a run on SmackDown, so what can I say? Jacob Fatu. Oh yeah, they lost the titles just in time for their contracts to be up, and now they want more money. We have a $165,000 budget. Solo's going to want money too. Yeah, I think we gotta keep both of those guys. So we'll give Jacob the money. Solo won $67K. Think he'll take 46. All right. I don't appreciate being lowballed. Whatever. Dragon Lee, I'm not giving you $100,000. Skedaddle. Well, whatever. We basically got our Dragon Lee left, but we got our money back for the bloodline. So a win is a win. A win is a win. We gotta spend some money. The Money in the Bank arena. Bronson Reed has got a new perk, which I guess I'll assign, even though it doesn't really matter, because we're about to cut his ass too. We'll see if we can trade them away first, and then we'll mess with that. Let's just get through the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, since these pay-per-views are pretty much pointless anyway. Ivy Nile. Go do something. Go do something useful for us. Undertaker and Cross in a last man standing match. And Sheamus will represent NXT. I mean, that's all you can do on these pay-per-views. We're in Brighton. We're in Brighton, England. All right, so Bianca Belair representing Raw, Ivy Nile representing NXT. Let's go, Ivy. And Valhalla, speaking of the devil, representing SmackDown. Guarantee we're going to lose here. Told you. Valhalla. Look at that. You spoke it into existence, Human Shield. Valhalla won for SmackDown. All right, Undertaker carrying Cross. Will Cross win back the title? It is a last man standing matchup. The winner, The Undertaker. 3.5 star. Great matchup. I'm sure this Pat McAfee and Ora Mensa team will outdraw The Undertaker in terms of ratings somehow. We'll find out. Imperium is still the tag team champions on SmackDown, as if anybody cared. And then we got Eric. I'm sorry, I was calling him Elton Prince. Kit Wilson. I always get them mixed up. Kit Wilson of Pretty Deadly, taking on Trick and Ilya Dragunov from Monday Night Raw. Pat McAfee, honorary member of Metaphor. Yeah, basically. Everybody's getting 4-star amazing matches out here besides NXT. Bunch of crap. Eric Rowan, who is currently the WWE champion on SmackDown. Oh, man, give me a break. Andrade representing Raw. Sheamus representing NXT. The TLC match. And Andrade wins. Okay, that's great. You're awesome. These PLEs are stupid. They're stupid. Let me run my own pay-per-view. Oh, look at that. We got a trophy. Reached 3.4 million total fans. That's great. We have The Undertaker and Shotzi leading the charge, but yet Eric Rowan and China are kicking our ass. Makes sense. Alright. We're going to throw immediately Bronson Reed in here. We're going to throw Sean Spears in here. We're going to throw Ivy Nile in here. Alright, let's see what we're even trading for first. If we're even going to send trades. We might just see what they send us and then just release some talent. I don't know. Ilya Dragunov's got a stamina of 0. Lo and behold. Roll, give me Pretty Deadly. Give me Pretty Deadly for 2 injured superstars and Ivy Nile. What a trade this could be. What a trade this could be. Is this idiotic? Kinda. Are we gonna send it anyway? He took it. They're probably just gonna release him and get money. I don't even care. I sent him injured Reed and Spears for and Ivy Nile for Pretty Deadly. Fuck it. I don't care. I don't care. Alright. End trade. Let's see what they offer me here. Best of luck in your future endeavors, for real. Alright, SmackDown's offering us Indy Hartwell and Roxanne Perez for Jey Uso and $100,000. Jay's only out for 3 weeks, and I don't think what we're getting in return is worth that. So I'm going to go ahead and decline Nick Aldis' terrible trade here. Raw is going to offer us... Adam Pearce really trying to get rid of Ridge Holland. He's got a vendetta against Ridge Holland. Ridge Holland and Wes Lee for Jade Cargill and $11,000. You know, this isn't the worst trade that Adam Pearce ever sent me. Wes Lee, pretty enticing. 2 for 1 and some money. What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about this trade? What's up, Noah? I'm back. It's super nice out here, so I had to go outside for a bit with some friends. Dude, listen, I wish it was nice out here, but it's nice and it's sunny, but it's cold here in Jersey. Where are you at, Awesome Bros Inc? IP address, social security number, exact address? No. Ridge and Wes, you're saying yes. Bad Dog's saying yes. We don't have to keep Ridge Holland. Nothing against Ridge Holland, but we could release him for some money and then go to free agency. Jade Cargill, we're really just starting to use Jade, you know? Benjamin says, take it. Sunny and cold for me too, man. That's the worst. It's a pump fake. Dude, I hate it, man. We got a couple nice sunny, warm days in March, and then April hit, and it's been nothing but cold and rainy for the last 8 days. April showers, they bring May flowers, hopefully. All right, we're going to accept this trade. We're going to send Jade to Raw. We'll take Wes and Ridge. And then we're going to mess around with free agency. Got a lucrative deal. Sheamus is getting pretty popular. If he's gone for 3 weeks and we get 540K. Nah, I need Sheamus. Finn Balor. Why are you pissed off? You've been hurt. You want $100,000? Guys, alright, hear me out. I don't think Balor has done enough for this brand for us to give him $100,000. What do you guys think? I love cold weather. I like cold weather too, but I'm itching for that hot weather. It's time, man. It's time. Missouri is lame as fuck, but at least it's nice out here. That's true. The East Coast weather, man. It's a pain. It's a pain. Sean, brother, I've got to dip out. Got to be up early in the morning. Got a few things to do before I hit the sack, but enjoyed the stream as always. Appreciate the grind, bro. Sean, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the extra support as always. Hope you have a good night. Hope you have a good day tomorrow, man. Thanks so much for being here. Balor hasn't done much for NXT. No, you don't get it. I think $100,000 when he's been hurt and that's why we haven't used him is kind of ridiculous. I think that's kind of ridiculous. I think we're going to have to say no. Whatever, I'll take your money. Axiom just wants to be in a different matchup. That's fine. All active rivalries are increased to a level 4. Fan favorites gain morale, and rule breakers gain 5 popularity. We'll use that. Everyone gets a boost. All right. Talent scouts. We got 5 talent scouts here. Not Trent Shaw. So, first. Bray, KO, Carlitos, and Icon. And evidently so is Joaquin Wilde. And then we'll do, we'll spend the last 2 on renowned superstars, excuse me. I'm just ready to my pickle. Sean turned into Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob, just not as green. Everyone's trying to take my money, dude. Although the weather does change every day, it seems. One day it's rainy and cold, the one day it's 60 and sunny. I mean, that's how it's been for like the last couple of weeks here, too. Talent scouts cost money. I feel it's stupid. Yeah, dude, the money is a little bit ridiculous just to look up what talent's available. It's one thing not to pay for talent, but just to search for it's ridiculous. Alright. Any more questions, comments, concerns, new channel members, super chats, get it all in now. We're going to hang out for 3, 4, 5 minutes, chat it up, and then we'll wrap things up here. Let's go Big Cam. Should have went Big Cam after I got the sip of water. You got snow? Where are you at? Snow. If I saw snow right now, oh man, that would hurt my soul. That would hurt my soul. Canada? Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Nice Deftone shirt. Dude, appreciate you, man. I think I got this at Hot Topic a couple months ago. Get that hydration in, brother. I know, I went big for the water, dude. Big can for the water. All out of coffee, unfortunately. Dunkin', you know, New Jersey native. Been drinking Dunkin' my whole life. You know, if you want to sponsor a nice small YouTuber here, send me that sponsorship, dude. I'm already drinking Dunkin' every stream anyway. What's your favorite food? Mine's sushi. I like, dude, honestly, man, I could eat breakfast food every day, dude. Like, the full 9. Like, if I go to the diner or something, dude, it's eggs, bacon, turkey bacon, one of the 2. Hash browns. Like a good pancake, little toast, buttered. The whole stack. Breakfast food in general. It's my fave. It's my favorite. Those are my go-tos. He loves pork ribs and pasta. Alright, so next stream will probably be... Let's see here. Maybe Friday? Thursday or Friday? I don't know. I'll figure it out. And you guys will see the link. But Thursday or Friday will probably be the next stream. Universe Mode continues. Episode 8. SmackDown on Friday. Of course, for channel members, good time to become a channel member this weekend. This Saturday, we have our first channel member exclusive live event of the 2K25 season. It is Spring Stampede. Cruiserweight Champion Dominic Mysterio versus World Champion Ilya Dragunov, already signed. Intercontinental Champion Solo Sikoa and his enforcer, Jacob Fatu, versus the Street Profits and more. Those are just the 2 matches that are announced so far. Hit the join button, become a channel member. That event will be up on Saturday. And of course, all roads lead to the first Universe Mode PLE of the season, which is Sunday night, April the 27th, Backlash. And of course, if you're a channel member, you're going to get a bonus Backlash kickoff show, which will go up 30 minutes prior to the actual event on April 27th. So a lot of good bonuses for No Nation Gaming channel members. But let me shout out again Sean, who dropped a couple of supers throughout this stream, G Lee, as well as HLQ22. Both those guys becoming channel members during this stream. So thank you guys so much. It was a fun stream. Hung out for just over 2 hours now. Did, I think, 10 weeks, as we were 1 week in already. Did 10 weeks of NXT. So these streams, we'd be flying through these seasons. It only takes about 2-3 streams, and then we're right there. So I don't know. Depending on what we do, maybe next stream will be up to week 24, and then we'll save week 25 for the next stream, since that'll get us right into season 4. But I don't know. We'll see. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Bad Dog, Human Shield, Benjamin, Awesome Bros, Tan, I'm just going to say Tan, Garrick, everybody who was in here. It was a fun stream as always. Thursday or Friday, like I said, I'll be back. Until then, I'll see you guys then. Thanks for stopping by. Drop that like on the way out and hit subscribe. And anything else. And that's all I got for you. So, go take a shower or something. I don't know. Buy me a coffee. Peace.